EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And now running right through it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, let's go. Run left, run left. There.
On second down, Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Still going. They can't stop him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Now a toss play. It's Carson looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down.
Good. Don't take forever, okay? There. Zebra.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Carson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Big jumbo.
Here's Carson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish.
There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. To throw is Prescott. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
As Seattle gets ready for their next possession on offense, we look at what they've done this year, 7-5. Now they've won 3 in a row. They took care of San Francisco last week, Charles, 43-16. So they're staying in that playoff race.
They certainly are. As it stands right now, if the season were to end today, and we always do that, don't we? They would have one of the 2 wild card spots in the NFC, and they're playing better and better as they go along. Russell Wilson getting plenty of help from the ground game, but he's still Russell Wilson. 4-touchdown pass against San Francisco, and considering he only threw 17 passes total, that's a big day.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now it's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13.
19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice.
And there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dallas Cowboys, they're 7-5 now and really playing energized football these last few weeks. How much of this has to do with Amari Cooper? I mean, you look at the win against New Orleans, they just looked dominant.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? And you go back to Thanksgiving night against Washington, Amari Cooper was dominant himself. He is a part of it and a good part of it, but to me it's still Ezekiel Elliott really being activated as a ball carrier, and that allows Dak Prescott to throw off a play action and be much more effective.
And now it's 7-5, leading their division. You mentioned the win over Washington. It's a 4-game win streak after the victory against the Saints. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, twisting away. Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Here we go. 1, 8.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Oh, now he pulls him over. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 35 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson, he finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Seahawks, Wilson to Baldwin.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Wilson, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go. Well.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the tight end, Vanette. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You got three.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw again is Wilson. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, get out.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go. Wide 8. Woo. Here we go, 47. 26.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They run it with Carson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run again with Carson. And he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Carson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back now in Arlington. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Play action. Now Wilson. On the move. And he's going to go down again. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So where do you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And the Seahawk defense to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receiver.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
14, got it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This complete to Lockett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing now is Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Baldwin. And he's got this down to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 22 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go. 46.
Here's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Wide 8. Switch and 8.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go. Wide 8. Done. 26.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.